welcome back to more Martha is Dead. Let's continue the journey. Let's finish Martha is Dead. So we went into the village. Okay, here we go. It says, warning, the following chapter contains a scene displaying self-harm. Some players may find this scene disturbing. Do you want to view the censored version? I think we should go with the censored version. I don't want to trigger anyone, and I don't know if I want to see it, to be honest. So I'm really sorry if you're hoping for the uncensored, but we're going with the censored. We're gonna be like smart and, well, not smart. We're gonna be safe. We're gonna play safe, okay? Okay.
Those boys, they had all been killed, and it was my fault. They were my age, and a few of them were our friends. I didn't think it would go like that, but wasn't it obvious, really? What was I actually expecting? I felt like a coward. But what could I have done? Should I have betrayed my father? I loved my father, but I also loved my friend Lapo. Which side was I on?
Oh God, so much happened last week. I'm just trying to...
I thought it was the right thing to do. But instead, it was the worst thing I could have done.
I'm trying to like process everything that happened last week and remember it. So her dad's dead. We chopped up our mum. Oh my God, there was so much random stuff that happened last week. It was ridiculous. We chopped up our mum. Our dad was shot. We were supposed to be killed, but they let us live. Turns out that we killed our sister. There was a lot of revelations last week. By the way, there is a YouTube channel called Gaming with YagmanX, which is where I will be putting my VODs, and all of the previous videos from this are on there. So you can check that out if you've missed anything. Jesus Christ, this is one loud engine! Where am I going? I mean, I probably should have just gone straight, but...
I didn't go anywhere near the soldiers.
Okay.
Germans or allies. They had all caused me harm. I didn't want to approach anyone.
Can someone remind me why we're here? Oh yeah, we found the priest, right? And we're like here to see a priest or something. Hey Shrey, welcome.
I didn't go anywhere near the soldiers.
Oh shush.
Germans or allies.
Shush and mush.
They had all caused me harm. I didn't want to approach anyone for any reason.
Okay, but where am I supposed to go then? Oh, through here probably. Like the big lit open gate. Yes.
Once I crossed that threshold, I completely lost touch with reality. Everyone around me had died while I survived everything.
Oh, yeah, and also while you have killed people, girl, Julia, you've killed people. You haven't just been an innocent bystander. So, hello puppets. Hello puppet. I just thought this was a very short man, but I think he's on his knees. I don't know, is he just, you know, short legs? I can't tell. Your face is shrouded in darkness. That's kind of spooky. Okay, sorry. Let's carry on. Thank you so much, Sony! Gifting 1 tier, 1 sub to YagmanX's community. To I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say J. Kids? Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. And, giant mannequins. On crosses.
I don't remember how
Oh.
things went. I just remember a big light and then photographs were being taken of me. There was a man dressed in white, a doctor, I presume. He was asking me questions, but I didn't understand what he was actually asking me. He wrote something on a piece of paper and then 2 nurses led me away. I was in the mental asylum.
Oh,
Some
of course.
women were talking to themselves.
That's
Others
cool.
cried. Some were even covered in their own filth. Others were violent and tried to hurt themselves any way possible. There was this one young woman who would pleasure herself all day long, incessantly, to the point where she would bleed.
Oh,
So they would tie her down to the bed screaming,
no.
cursing and talking gibberish for days on end. Once her wounds had healed and she was untied, she would just start again.
Gosh.
That woman was me.
Oh,
They started to give me injections.
okay.
What they gave me made my whole body shake. I broke my vertebrae and an ankle. I think it was called cardiazole or something like that. My body was like a fire that didn't want to be put out. When it appeared to be quenched, it would come back, even stronger than before. In the end, though, they won. I stopped screaming and masturbating. I stopped thinking. There was no longer any need for therapy. Something inside of me had died. But nevertheless, I insisted on carrying along this painful journey. I was stronger than I could ever have imagined.
Where am I supposed to go now? Sometimes I do feel like this storyline is just kind of like plucked out of thin air. Like, for instance, like the masturbation until bleeding thing. I mean, yeah, shock value, it's got that, but why? Like, is that to do with anything she's been through? It doesn't sound like it. Like, or is that just, I don't know, because it seems like it's, well, I mean, it definitely is verging on, it's telling you there's mental health struggles here. But I don't want it to be shown in the wrong light. Do you know what I mean? I want things to be realistic. If it's going to touch on mental health stuff, because you don't want to over-fantasize it or show it in the wrong light. Does that make sense? And obviously a lot of stuff has happened to her, a lot of bad stuff. Oh, hello. Okay, we're going over here. This is very pretty though. Like, this is very surreal and very cool. I like it. Yeah, shocking for shocking's sake, but also when you put mental health in there as well, like, she's obviously gone through stuff. You don't want to, gosh, I can't think of words. You basically just don't want to, like, show it for something that it's not. Like, there's so much, like, misinformation out there about this kind of stuff anyways. Thank you, Meshgeist. It makes sense. At least to one person.
Who are you? Wait, wait. I want answers. Don't go away.
Oh.
Talk to me about Martha, please.
She's doing the sign language. Because I guess, obviously, she knows that anyway, because she used to talk to Martha. Martha is dead. Well,
Martha
yeah.
is dead. I killed her to take possession of her life. I will never find
Yeah, you
peace
did.
for what I have done. I feared that would be the case. And what about Mummy?
an interesting... We can say I don't know, and we can also say she is alive. Who's to say we didn't kill Mum? Like, maybe that was an episode all in itself. Oh, Jesus. If it was, I'm gonna be like, what? I don't know. What do you think? Do you all think she's dead? I'm gonna wait and see if any of you, like, want to say anything. I want to say I don't know, because, like, honestly, the way that she had, like, hacked up her mum into tiny bits doesn't seem very realistic. So if she actually didn't do it and it was just all in her head, that would be quite nice to know that didn't actually happen. But I don't know. Okay, Abe, I'm gonna say I don't know. You got me doubting. Okay, Sid's doubting too. Well, I originally said she's dead, but now it's doubting. Okay, we're gonna say they're not.
I really don't know. Her death could be all my invention. Or maybe things went just as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm consumed by
know.
doubt. What about Father? The soldiers? Did that really happen?
Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, how do I say it? 50 Rich? 50 Rich? Is that your name? 50 Rich. The father with the soldiers. I think that happened. That seems realistic to me. So... But then again, I literally cannot trust anything that this girl is saying. She's such an unreliable narrator. Hello. Should we say yes? It seems way more believable than the mum thing. What do you think? Gonna wait and just see if anyone replies. I might. Oh, I don't know. I want to say I don't know, but I don't know. I'm more convinced about the yes, because also her dad was an important person in the army, so like or in the war, so I can see why people would have done that. Okay, I'm gonna say yes. The shocking for shocking's sake has you questioning it. It does. I'm gonna say yes.
It happened. He was shot right in front of me. Fear, pain, shame. I can't remove it. I cannot relive it either. Unfortunately, I knew that already.
What about Nanny?
What about Nanny?
She died from a bomb. Or did she? Oh, I don't know. Hopefully she's fine. I'm gonna say she's fine. She's fine.
Nanny's fine. I don't even want to think that anything bad could have happened to her. Are you sure?
Nanny is good.
That brings me great joy. I'm afraid to ask about Lapo.
Yeah, Lapo, not so much. Lapo doesn't exist? No. Lapo has to have existed. No. Lapo definitely existed. Sorry, I'm getting burpy. Oh, mesh dice. It is interesting also that dolls are used to heal from some kinds of trauma, or at least give children a way to explain trauma. But here the dolls are scary, not really healing. That's an interesting point of view. I wonder if that is why they chose dolls, because before this, when she was at the little, what would you call it, like little doll theatre place, she was like playing with the dolls, and she said that that's always where she went to kind of get her thoughts in order when she was playing with the dolls. So that's a really interesting insight. I do wonder if that's the reason why they've chosen this. I'm gonna say that Lapo is dead because, you know, we had that whole side mission about the spy stuff. Unless she made that up. Did she make up the spy stuff? I mean, I'm glad we didn't do it if that was the case. But I don't know. But we had that letter. We had that letter from him as well. No, he's definitely dead.
Lapo is dead. He was blown up by a landmine. He got into trouble and paid with his life. My dear friend. Poor boy. Just as I remembered, unfortunately. One last question. The pregnancy?
Whoa. Was it? Okay. I need some help with this one. Do you think the pregnancy was all a lie? Do you think it could have been? I don't know. Yeah, Martha's pregnancy. Because I know you can say, well, we opened her up and we saw the baby, but was that all in her head? All in Julia's head? Was the whole pregnancy thing just a lie? There aren't any other, there aren't any other sources of proof that I can think of. There's the letter, but we've already established that Julia wrote that letter. Because Martha couldn't have done it, because Martha wasn't planning to do this. Yeah, I know. Ugh, it's so confusing. I don't actually think she was now. I can't think of any proof. So Sid, you think she is. Why do you think she is? Because we saw the little baba? Because of the letter? Both of those, I say, are not reliable sources of proof. Because one of them was from the eyes of Julia, and we already know she a bat. She's gone. Her mind is not there most of the time. And then the letter, which was supposedly written by Martha, couldn't have been, because Martha actually didn't do the plan to get herself killed. I agree with Braden's comment. You know what? I think I'm going to say there was no pregnancy. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna go with D.
There was no pregnancy. All of it came from my sick mind. So many inventions. What else did I invent? What else will I discover? That's enough now. All of these questions are pointless, aren't they? It's all inside of us. We just need to turn the mirror. Is it not all just the reflection of an unknowable existence? Nothing more than a puppet show.
That's weird.
Ready for everything with open arms, even ready to kill.
Please don't kill again. If you have. I don't know. Yeah, you have, because you killed Martha. I'm still confused. Confusion. Sony's just laughing at the quiz. Are these choices making the things we say true? I don't know what these choices are doing, Sid. I have not a clue. Not a clue.
Legs always ready to run.
They look a bit battered to me. They don't look very ready. I mean, that one's just held up by little strings of wire. I think that'll just snap as soon as you start sprinting. Sorry, I'm being annoying. I'll shut up.
The womb that conceived in sin.
There was no pregnancy. We told you this. Okay, she's slowly shattering.
Lastly, the mind. To protect us, it has turned us into monsters. Either way, we cannot live like this, can we? I'll take care of it. I don't need to worry. I'll try to sleep if I can. I've got this.
still wearing it. Oh, this, because it's censored, we can't see it. But I guess she's like, you know, harming herself with the necklace.
On the 26th of July, San Casciano was bombed and the church was destroyed. But I was not there then. I was already in the asylum. Once again, stubbornly, I was not dead. The bombs hadn't killed me, and I had also survived myself. The most absurd test and the hardest one. The war ended some time ago now, both out there and inside of me. I was on the wrong side of the gate, but now I can turn the page. Life is opening its doors again, isn't it? If I hadn't been so lucky to survive myself, I would have thrown everything away. We think that danger is all around us, ready to attack. But the most devious and misleading dangers are the ones that are inside of us. They grow without us realizing. They make us suffer, remain confused, and remove our self-respect. I would have wanted to ask for help, but I was alone. This is my story. Thank you for being here, for listening to me. Now I'm ready to leave.
What?
How long will it take to get home?
It really does look very nice. Is that really it? No answers? Not even hints toward what actually happened? Fortunately today, it's possible to ask for help and receive it, even if we're alone, even if we're desperate, even if it feels like life doesn't make sense. If it feels like there's nothing left for us, it is only because we can no longer see it. There's always something to live for. I think that's it. If you or someone you know is struggling, information and crisis resources are available here. Here. What? Oh, it looked like there was like only one person on UI, so that makes a lot of sense. Why UI was quite confusing at times. Yeah, so I did hear quite a lot about this game being just an amalgamation of like horrible things. Like it seems like it's just 80%. What's 80%? Oh, I 80% completed it or something. Probably, because I didn't finish the spy thing. Or maybe I got it 80% right. Maybe that's what the percentage is. Ooh, we should figure out what that percentage is. Because if I got, maybe it's the questions at the end that I got 80% right. I don't hate the questions at the end either. Like I think it's quite cool to reflect on everything and be like, okay, what actually had hard, solid, concrete evidence to say that it happened, and what could have just been within her head, and then that kind of like helps you to understand what it's like to be in the mindset of someone like that who does lose track of time and sense of like what is real and what is not real and stuff like that. So I think that was done well. And I guess when you're playing it, it really does feel like, Jesus Christ, they're just turning things up to 1000% to make things like horror for the sake of horror. Ooh, thank you so much for the tip. Was it that silencer? I just saw you come up. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. That's so nice of you. Yeah, so when you're playing it, you're like, whoa, there's so many like awful things, and it seems like it's just awful things for the sake of awful things happening. But then again, I guess it was blown out of proportion because it was trying to show you the extent of like what her brain was like. I don't know why they said what they did at the end, where, you know, she was like, there was this person masturbating until she bred, and that person was me. It's like, okay, like you're really just kind of making her seem like just the craziest person. But yeah, I don't know. There's something missing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was a very pretty game. I get the concept of let's push things so wild and so disturbing and so spooky and like weird, and then at the end be like, oh, some of this could have been in her head, but it would have been nice to know like what actually was in her head. I guess we got that percentage though, so I'm guessing that was it completion, or was it like based on how accurate my responses were for the questions? I don't know. That's I don't know. What do you think? So, Sid, I think there's a lot of story elements going on. It needed to be more focused. Yeah, I mean, definitely was. And I guess that's also, they were trying to like get across her scattered, overly exaggerated mind. And I think also what I came away last week thinking was like, is the war not bad enough? Like, they're literally trying to make a really terrible situation, which is like being in a war and having like the planes fly overhead and the bombs in the distance and everything, which right now is, you know, even scarier because of everything that's happening in Ukraine, which is just like terrifying. But isn't that bad enough? But then maybe that's the point. It's like her, well, she said at the end, didn't she? She was fighting a war, or there was a war going on in the world as well as within her mind. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get what they were going for, but something is missing. I think it's just maybe that they were just a bit too over the top with it all. Like, maybe it could have been a bit more subtle. Sony, I guess it wasn't believable enough for you, not convincing enough probably. Yeah, maybe, yeah, exactly. Like, I think it was a bit too over the top. Like that story with her mum when they were younger, and then her mum's like putting her dog in the pot to be boiled, and I'm like, ah! So, but then again, I guess those are red flags, because it's like, well, was she actually mistreated as a kid? But then she did have the letter from Martha saying that Martha was pretending to be deaf because their mum treated them so badly. Oh my gosh, this narrative fries my brain. Hot dog, exactly. Jeez. I'll see you next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. not BST, GMT. I get confused. GMT. Bye.